It's not being reported as a rumor. WDW Magic just has it as fact. Disney is planning a massive rebuild of Space Mountain at the Magic Kingdom. Wow. Well, we've heard this before and it never came to be. Let's see what they say this time. Space Mountain may be next in line for a major refurbishment at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom. According to the sources they have, the classic coaster is in the planning stages for a rebuild that touches nearly every part of the attraction from the track to the queue. The scope being discussed goes well beyond a standard refresh. Sources describe it as an interior rebuild of the coaster with a full retrack, similar to the recent work on Big Thunder. Changes to the queue area and loading stations are also part of the plan. Of course, if it's similar to Big Thunder, then it won't be different once it's done. It'll just maybe be a little smoother, maybe a little slower. It says Space Mountain opened at Magic Kingdom in January 1975 as part of an expansion of Tomorrowland. That makes it more than 50 years old and one of the longest running attractions at the park. And you can see there the start of the attraction when they were building the two rings that form the structure's, what would you say, skeleton. And then there the connection is on how they put the exterior out there. The ride has had refurbishments over the decades, including new audio, lighting, and special effect updates. But the core track and structure are original. And it goes on to talk about, 2008, which is what I was referring to, that they did some changes, but says a few details are still unclear. It's not confirmed that this would be a like-for-like retrack matching the current layout the way Big Thunder's rebuild did, or if Space Mountain could get an entirely new track layout. Now, what we are hearing, Ron, is if they do this, they actually will have to do a full-blown redo of the track because this may not meet current standards, I guess, is what we're hearing. And so they might actually have to redo it. We're also hearing that they would switch to a single track instead of mirrored tracks. Ron, are you hearing anything on this? What do you got?
I haven't heard very much about it. However, this is, I've got to say, and I think probably a lot of people will disagree with me on this, but I'm all for something being done with Space Mountain because I can't really ride it anymore. It's just too rickety for me. It's been a little bit of time since I've even gotten on it because I'm kind of scared. It's not the speed. It's not anything else. I'm always scared. I'm pretty tall. I feel like I'm going to hit my head. This thing just feels
in
really,
the dark.
Really
you can't see what's coming at you, right? You're worried that you're going to clip it.
I would love them to, you're going to hate me for this. I would be okay if they tore down Space Mountain and rebuilt it like the Japan version of this ride. It is, yeah, that's just gorgeous.
That's nice.
And I'd be okay with it. Look, and I'm the fact of the matter is, and I know that there's some nostalgia to Space Mountain, but to me, it's a lot different than getting rid of Rivers of America in the sense that that was a part of American history. That was something Walt put in because he wanted American history preserved and revealed in a way that you could bring little children into the park and they wouldn't even realize necessarily that they're learning something. And what I like about Rivers is, you go on the boat, you go to your family, you get back home, and you're talking about the trip, and you can be like, oh, 5 years later, you're in American history. Hey, Dad, I learned American history about that. What is that? Didn't we go on a ride or something like at Disney World? And you could talk about that, right? That'd be a whole discussion, and it would be kind of cool. This, however, is about the future, and right now, Space Mountain, the way it is, the current aesthetic, I don't feel like it fits into Tomorrowland the way that structure they have it in Japan did. And yeah, this when I went on it, or when I was on the People Mover, I filmed this.
It looks old, eh? I mean, that's what it looks like. Yeah. It definitely looks like it came from the 70s. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Drew Smith, by the way, sharing this one.
Okay, it's so. I mean, this is the one, and I do love the aspects of the queue that are in there. Some of the cool things they have in there, but it just feels weird. When you get on it, it's the single. It's not side by side. It's not a dual seated roller coaster. It feels like a throwback to this current version feels like a throwback to amusement park rides or fair rides or something like that. And I'm happy that I'm happy they're going to update it. My biggest concern, of course, is Modern Imagineering, and Modern Imagineering has not had a good track record with most of their stuff. Big Thunder's, I think, is okay. But we'll see. We'll see what they do. I do think something needs to be done, though.
They've struggled mightily updating anything. Erika, I'm okay with Space Mountain getting a retrack. I'll just tell you. I think it's rough. I think it's jerky. I don't think it's up to modern standards. What I worry about is the same thing Ron worries about. I'm not sure that this current Imagineering crew is up for the task. So I would hope they would hand this off to another coaster company to design the layout. It's a strange structure to try to fit a coaster in. And the coaster was designed for this structure. So how are you going to do it? I don't know. It's going to be very, very difficult to put a coaster in there. And I imagine they'll have to disassemble the back of the attraction building to do this. I mean, that's what I think they would have to do.
That's a huge project because they've got the people mover to consider. And I hope they're not thinking of removing the people mover to update.
I would be surprised at this point, given that they're keeping Carousel of Progress. I wonder if I think they've realized they got to keep the classic attractions. They've pushed us too far. But just to give you an idea, Eric, of how hard this is, if I go to Braden, Sir Braden at X, look at this layout. This is the layout of the two coasters that sit inside Space Mountain that are mirrored. You talk about a mess trying to undo that and fit a coaster in there again that's going to work, and because it's a pyramid kind of shape, it's a rounded pyramid shape, it's a conal at the top. It's going to be a heck of a challenge. So, Roller Coaster Tycoon, Planet Coaster folks out there, start building. Send Disney your ideas. Erika, your thoughts?
Gosh, I should know this. How did they go about with Thunder Mountain? Who built Thunder Mountain originally? Was it Arrow?
Yeah, I think it was Arrow, and I'm not sure. I think it's Arrow, and I'm not sure who helped them with the track this time. I will say it seems to me that Big Thunder is slower and smoother, but the lift hills are faster to make up for it, so it has about the same runtime. I actually don't prefer for Big Thunder compared to what it used to be. I think that it lost a lot. I mean, it's smaller kids can ride it, but I think it lost a lot on that one dropping helix that it has, where you're helixing to the left. Without it doesn't push you at all anymore, in the seat, and that was kind of the fun thing about it. And people putting their hands up, right, and that's kind of gone. So, I wouldn't mind if they could do it. I don't see how in the world they could do it, but if they switch to a single coaster track, I'm fine with an inversion because they don't have anything that sends you upside down in Magic Kingdom, and people want that. People want some loops. So.
Yeah, if they go with a one-track coaster, I could see them doing that. Either, no matter how they go about it, the lines are going to be long by the time it's finished. It's going to be popular. They could just retrack it, but I don't know. I don't think they should. I think they should just completely do something new, go in a different direction. I think this is one attraction where, for the most part, people are okay with a total overhaul of it. And I really am curious, construction-wise, how they're going to take it apart and rebuild it from the inside. Because unless they're going to tear down the building, which means they're going to have to tear down part of People Mover and rebuild part of People Mover.
Yeah, I would be shocked. I think People Mover staying.
That's going to be a mess. And then you have to shut down People Mover for the length of the construction.
You would probably have to do that.
I mean, that's a mess. I don't know what. I would love to be a fly on the wall. And
maybe the railroad again. But I'll give you my best impression of riding Space Mountain. Okay, you ready?
Oh, yeah, I know. I can't ride it either. It jerks me around too much. And we've gotten to a point when we have gone, gosh, I haven't been on Space Mountain since. No, I did go on it. I went on it in 2024. And no, it was rough. It was a rough ride.
Texas espouses, I think, what we're all thinking about Disney stuff these days. For $5, y'all thinking I'm excited for the new Space Mountain. I just hope I'm alive in 2040 to see it. Oh,
I know. I know. Out of everything
right.
they'd be refurbing and gutting, this is the one that I'm curious, but
Here's what I would.
I'm cautiously optimistic because I don't trust current Imagineering either. Are they going to build something that's going to work and not break all the freaking time? That's another concern.
So, and some are saying, well, you should ride the Matterhorn if you think it's rough. It's because it's in the dark, so you don't know you're about to be like thrown. Your entire spinal cords are about to be thrown out like Sub-Zero. So, okay. So, I would say though, I know it's flashy to say we're going to change Space Mountain. I would get rid of the Tomorrowland Speedway, or I would completely redo the thing.
Yeah.
But I would get rid of it because it's noisy, it's loud, it's abrasive. I don't think it's fun. It's dull. I mean, it was fun in the 70s for kids, but kids can do that kind of stuff. I mean, they're playing, they're racing cars on Fortnite and Rocket League. Who cares about going 2 miles an hour and who cares? So that's what I would do before I would mess with Space Mountain. But that's just me. And that's not going to get anybody excited, right? To come out and say, we're changing Tomorrowland Speedway. Nah, but that's what the park needs. That's what I think.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.